very popular children's book called The Very, Very Hungry Caterpillar. Well, I was that hungry caterpillar at this point in my life when I was 14. I was going to the membership class at the church, and I was trying to learn, trying to understand what it was that they were saying about Jesus and to uh, determine if I really could believe it. It sounded so far fetched that Jesus actually rose from the dead, that God really cared for me and wanted to be involved in my life. I knew I was a sinner. As I had said in my last video, I was very dissatisfied with my life. I did lots of things that I felt regret for afterwards and wished I wouldn't do. But that Jesus would take on those sins and that he could forgive me of those sins and change my life, it was really hard for me to understand and hard for me to believe. About that time, on a New Year's Eve, my family went to a party. It was going to be an all-night party. There was provision for children when they got tired to go and sleep, and the adults were playing cards and going all night long to celebrate the new year. Um, and I went, and there were some other teenagers there, and we were all kind of hanging out, and some left to go to other parties and some hung around. But a little after midnight, I was dancing with a 15-year-old boy who became too friendly with me in a way that made me feel very uncomfortable. I was a very naive young girl, and I escaped from him to say that I was going to the restroom, but I was very, very frightened, more frightened than I had ever been in my young life. And I didn't know how to get past him to go and find my parents because they were in another room playing cards or something. And so I just was trying to figure out what to do. And so I went into the bedroom where there were children sleeping and pallets on the floor and everything. And I tiptoed around them, and I found a hiding place in under a desk. And I made myself as small as possible into a fetal position even. And I cried out in my heart to God, and I said, God, if you are real, like the people at church have been telling me, and if you love me and can do something to help me, I need to know it right now because I am so frightened and I don't know what to do. And at that moment, I felt enveloped in the most powerful embrace. There was power and there was love and there was peace. And I heard an almost audible voice, but I know he spoke to my spirit. And he said, yes, I love you. I want to have a relationship with you. I am real and I will protect you. Now I want you to just believe that. And in that instant, I knew I did. I knew that he was real, that this was really happening. It wasn't a dream. It was the power of God holding me in his arms, enveloping me in a chrysalis, and transforming the person that I was into one who truly believed. And I stayed there until morning. And when I got up from that position, I knew, I still felt that presence. It wasn't as powerful, it wasn't that embrace, but I still felt that presence. And I knew that I was a completely different person. I was transformed. And I want to read to you from Psalm 145, starting in verse 17 to verse 21. The Lord is righteous in all his ways and kind in all his works. The Lord is near to all who call on him, to all who call him in truth. He will fulfill the desire of those who fear him. He will also hear the cry for help and save them. The Lord watches over all who love him, but he will destroy the wicked. My mouth will speak the praise of the Lord, and all flesh will bless his holy name forever and forever.